Munch, munch. Crunch, crunch. Welcome to the bonus bite with me, Luke.
And me, Jacob.
You may notice that it sounds a little bit different because we are recording live and in person. Maybe pretty soon we'll have video version of this podcast, but right now it's just audio only. If you're watching this on YouTube, we sure do appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please give us 5 stars and even check out our YouTube channel. And if you're listening on either one, please go check out our Patreon, patreon.com/The Conspiracy Consultants. Plenty of bonus content. We're going to be playing a board game later today and recording some of that for the Patreon. And then at the end of this episode, you'll hear the names of our Patreons. And if you want your name at the end of the episode, then please go become a Patreon. All right, Jacob, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about how AI is important or could even be deadly.
Whoa. All right, Jacob, why don't you give us an example of how AI can be helpful?
Well, AI can be helpful in like many ways, especially with like helping out in factories and how that's been helping in surgeries, all that stuff.
For sure.
But we've seen over the past maybe even few months the growing of AI technology. Why don't you cover some of that, Luke?
Yeah, so one thing that I've noticed is with AI and artificial intelligence, in case you don't know that that's what that abbreviation stands for, AI has become something that's kind of more in the mainstream, especially with ChatGPT and other new AI forms of internet searching. One thing that I can see being a problem there is it's causing a disconnect between people seeking out information and actually trying to find the answers as opposed to have the answer given to them. I can definitely see where that could have some major implications, especially in like a college or a high school situation where instead of a student going home and actually researching something, figuring it out for themselves, they're just getting that answer given to them. And yeah, Google could do that, but with AI, it's going to become more and more of something that can just be easily handed to you, and you really don't have to work to try to get something. And you can also see that happen with students using ChatGPT or other similar artificial intelligence softwares to do their work for them.
Yeah, you can also see it with, I think this came out recently, I think it's on Grammarly. They're now able to not write them, but able to correct mistakes without any like human oversight. Like it can tell you exactly what you have wrong, which has been a thing for a long time, but now it's becoming scarily more and more accurate. Yeah.
I think definitely there are some good applications to AI, especially in kind of the back-end programming systems, kind of, speeding up that development process. But I can also see where AI could start to take away people's jobs, in essence. Instead of having somebody actually design, a poster for an event or design a social media post for a company, instead you're just going to have AI make, 15 different options, and you're just going to pick your favorite one. Yeah. And the problem there is you're taking people's jobs away, you're taking away their opportunity to work, and taking away that income for them and possibly their family, too.
So it's kind of taking away that creativity that drives us as, like, humans.
Yeah.
Like, that creative motive. And now that creativity is being taken away from us from, like, AI, especially in, like, art and even books. Like, I saw, like, a short-term video. I can say what platform, because I'm not. But it was basically, I don't know why I said short-term platform, but, well, it was basically this guy set out these things that ChatGPT could set out an outline, and then it could write every single chapter, and it was terrifying how accurate it was. And now like people can start making money super easily and just start writing out books.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of it's almost like, not just almost, it's very deceptive saying this is my own work and then turning around and it's not your own work. It's AI, and there's no real personality behind that. And some of these things that I've seen AI turn out are like scarily able to recreate things. Like somebody I know, as a joke, decided they wanted to have ChatGPT write a poem in the style of a particular poet. And it was eerily similar to the point where several people who were familiar with that poet's work really couldn't tell that it wasn't that poet who wrote it. And so the issue there is you can see that's going to cause deception, that's going to cause lying, and then obviously, as Jacob just mentioned, it can cause people to make money claiming that something's theirs or somebody else's, and making money off of AI.
There is a safety system, I'm pretty sure, in ChatGPT, though. Like, if you can technically copy-paste an entire, like, anything, and you can ask, has this been sent to you, or have you written this, and it will say yes. But especially in, like, schools and stuff, most teachers are, like, older. I'm not saying anything about, like, their technology, but they don't know exactly what ChatGPT is, so they can't really check.
And even if they do know what ChatGPT is, the chance that they're going to be able to check or have that opportunity, especially if, for instance, the student went through and made some minor modifications, and maybe the teacher didn't suspect it at all. And obviously, the teacher's not going to want to have to run each and every one of their papers if they're trying to grade through ChatGPT. So it's very unlikely that teachers would be checking for this. And even if they are checking for this, there's a chance that they're not going to catch that immediately.
Do you think there's any protective system that these AI companies can put in?
I don't know. I think if there was a clear way for them to be able to tell if somebody was using it to cheat as opposed to just using it to try to find out better information. Now, personally, I don't understand why ChatGPT really needs that paper writing feature. I mean, I don't see any situation in which you actually would need to have ChatGPT write a paper. Yes, it's capable of doing it, but in every situation like that, if it's somebody's researching something and trying to publish it, there's no reason for them to be using ChatGPT. If somebody's trying to turn in a project for school or whatever, then obviously they shouldn't be using ChatGPT. And even if you're just using it for your personal use, like you're trying to find out the information, I mean, that's okay, but it doesn't need to be in that paper format. It could be, bullet points or just have an explanation of it. So
I get that. It's just for, like, the paper writing thing. It'd be like any AI. You could ask an AI anything and it'd be able to do it. I don't think ChatGPT was made to make papers, but since it's programmed to give information, it can write out a paper.
Yeah, that's fair. I do think there should definitely be some limits. I don't know exactly what those would look like, but there definitely need to be some limitations on AI. I especially see that, there's AI art, there's AI music writing, both of which are just taking away money or opportunities from real artists, and as well as we can see the dangers there. Now, we mentioned at the start benefits of AI. Any more benefits you can think of, Jacob?
The only thing I can think of is maybe helping in, like, jobs that aren't that used, being able to take out the lower class jobs like manual labor by AI, maybe, I guess not mostly AI, but maybe robotic, and being able to, like, remove the lower class and kind of make more middle class people, or at least remove the lower class.
Yeah, I think maybe not removing the lower class is the best word, but allowing a little bit easier job for lower class people, and maybe instead of spending all their time, maybe we could implement robotics there as well as adding training into a different job for the same people who would be having that job, because we don't just want to outright replace somebody's job and then leave them out of work.
I meant, like, more like be able to, like, give them better jobs and, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Be more of a citizen.
Yeah, move up in the system. Any other aspects that you can see that being a positive? I think one that I could definitely see is in, like, productivity. So, like, as we said, like, yeah, paper writing, probably not great. But I could definitely see some areas where I know people who are just having a busy day, where getting their information more quickly would be beneficial for them. If they're trying to quickly find out, a list of the top 15 whatever, and they don't want to have to do Google search and go over 12 websites just to find out that information. If they can just ask ChatGPT or a different AI to get that information for them, it can definitely speed up that productivity, boost the productivity, and really that isn't hurting anybody, it's just saving them time.
Yeah, I think that AI could be used for, like, more efficient scenarios, like, instead of having even though I brought up Grammarly as a bad thing, even having like some sort of spell check that could fix the spelling errors very easily could like help even students with like time management.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would definitely be a great opportunity. Any other things you want to mention about AI while we're chatting, Jacob?
That's a good one. Just like, I guess robotics in a sense, because that's kind of in the same realm as AI.
Yeah. I definitely see a lot of innovation going on with robotics. Definitely that aptitude there. Now, definitely you can see in programming that AI is being used. Definitely some in robotics. It's just gonna be interesting to see what the future holds in all of that that new technology.
Especially with like the Boston Dynamics robots, and especially that, I thought I saw one that was not actually capable for military like fighting, but like one that was like I thought was gonna be used as like a carrier thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think those are definitely all great areas to see AI get used. Thank you for tuning in. I think that's the end of this this little bonus bite where we just chat. Hopefully we'll do more where instead of being on Discord, we're actually able to gather together in person. And I would like to thank Sam Shakmaev and JJ Sebastian, who are both our Patreons so far. If you want to join their list of names at the end of our podcast, please check us out on Patreon. Just $1 a month, and you'll get bonus content. As I said, we're about to be playing a board game and just having some fun, so go ahead and go listen to that over there, and I'll catch you next time on the bonus bite.
See ya.